Ever feel like English negatives are a total maze? You've got no, not, don't, doesn't, and it's so easy to get them mixed up. It's a super common problem, but don't worry. In this explainer, we are going to break down the simple rules that'll make you a pro with negatives. Ready? Let's jump right in. Okay, to get us started, let's take a really simple positive sentence. I have friends. How would you flip that around to say the opposite? Go ahead, take a second, think about it. What's the first thing that pops into your head? You might be surprised that there's actually more than one right answer here. So, what's the answer? Well, you could say, I have no friends, or you could say, I don't have friends. And guess what? Both of them are 100% correct. And that right there is exactly why this gets so confusing, right? There are different rules for different situations. Our goal today is to make those rules crystal clear so you always know exactly which one to grab. So let's start with our foundation, the word not. If you can understand how to use not, it's kind of like the key that unlocks a bunch of the other negative rules in English. It's the first, most important piece of the puzzle. So the rule is actually super simple. Think of the word not as having two best friends. You use it right after be verbs, words like am, is, and are, and you use it after helping verbs like will, can, and should. That's pretty much it. Let's see how it looks in action. See how nice and clean that is? I am just becomes I am not. You are becomes you are not. And the obviously wrong sentence, the sky is green, becomes the sky is not green. The not just slides right in there after the be verb. And of course, this is where we get our contractions, like aren't for are not and isn't for is not. And it's the exact same idea for helping verbs. I will go turns into I will not go, or just won't. Allie can ride becomes Allie cannot ride, or can't. You can see that not fits perfectly between the helping verb and the main action verb. But here's a really cool little tip. See the word cannot? Unlike will not or should not, cannot is almost always written as one single word. That's a great little detail to remember. Okay, pop quiz time. Let's see if you're paying attention. Which one of these is right? Is it A, you are no mad, or is it B, you are not mad? Just think about the verb in that sentence. And the answer is B, you are not mad. Of course. Why? Because are is a be verb, and as we just learned, be verbs always team up with not. You got it. Nice work. All right, so we've nailed be verbs and helping verbs. But what about all those other verbs in English? The action verbs like work, play, eat, go. For those, we need a whole different tool. So let's move on and add the do rule to our kit. Think of this as your simple roadmap for every other action verb. It all comes down to 3 easy choices. For the present tense, if you're talking about I, you, we, or they, you're going to use don't. If you're talking about he, she, or it, you'll use doesn't. And for the past tense, it's the easiest of all. You use didn't for everybody. Let's break them down one by one. So first up, we've got don't, which, as you know, is just do not, squished together. You just pop it right in front of the main verb. So I work becomes I don't work. You speak Spanish becomes you don't speak Spanish. See? Super direct and simple. Okay, now for he, she, or it, we switch to doesn't. But listen up, because this is super important. In the positive sentence, we say he likes dogs with that S on the verb. But in the negative, we say he doesn't like dogs. See what happened? The S is gone. Here's the trick to remember. Think of it like the word doesn't already has the S, so it kind of steals it from the main verb. The main verb doesn't need it anymore. This is a really common mistake. So getting this one right will make your English sound way more natural. And last but not least, the past tense. And you're going to love this one because it's so easy. We just use didn't. And the best part, it works for everybody. I, you, he, she, they, all of them. The other key thing to remember is the main verb goes back to its original form. So she worked becomes she didn't work. We drop the ed. And a tricky one like went becomes didn't go. The didn't already tells everyone we're talking about the past. Okay, your turn again. Let's put that do rule to the test. We're in the present tense here. What goes in the blank for the sentence with she, and what about the one with I? You know this. And the answers are she doesn't sing because we use doesn't for she. And I don't sing because we use don't for I. Awesome. You're totally getting the hang of this. All right, we've covered not, we've covered the do family. What's left? Well, it's our final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it might be the easiest one of all. The simple little word no. This one is so direct and easy once you know the secret. The rule for this one couldn't be simpler. You use no right before a noun. That's it. Seriously. If you're talking about a person, a place, a thing, or even an idea, and you mean there are 0 of them, no is your word. And you see this one everywhere, right? It's on signs, no dogs allowed. You use it when you're talking about things, there was no bus, or for ideas, I have no homework. You can even use it with those ing words that act like nouns, like in no smoking. It's just a really strong, direct way to be negative. Okay, you have all the rules now, but before we wrap up, I've got to share one huge trap you need to avoid. This is one of the most common mistakes English learners make, but once I point it out, you'll never do it again. And here it is, the #1 golden rule of English negatives. In English, we really don't like double negatives. You only need one negative word in a clause to make your point. Just remember this little mantra, 1 negative per sentence. That's it. It'll make your English sound so much clearer. So let's look at a classic mistake. A sentence like, I don't have no homework, is actually incorrect. Why? Because it has 2 negatives, don't and no. To fix it, you just pick one of them. You can say, I have no homework, using our no rule, or you can say, I don't have any homework, using the don't rule. Both of those are perfect. Just don't use them together. And all of that brings us right here to your very own English negatives cheat sheet. Let's do a super quick review. For be verbs and helping verbs, you use not. For present action verbs, it's don't or doesn't. For past action verbs, it's always didn't. And for nouns, you use that simple little word, no. Seriously, you might want to pause here and snap a picture of this. It's a great little guide to keep handy. So there you have it. We've broken it all down. You've got the rules, you've got the examples. The only thing left is for you to actually use it. So think about it. Which of these rules is the trickiest one for you? Is it remembering to drop that S when you use doesn't? Or maybe avoiding those double negatives? Pick one and just try to use it 5 times today. That's how you really make it stick. You've got this. Thanks for hanging out with me.